This tent was planned particularly for those who adore camping and cherish their vehicles. They now not got to stress around their car being cold, damp, or alone within the dim, whereas they appreciate their getaway. Here's a tent with a carport. The tent is 3.5 m tall, has a zone of 40 square m, and permits you to rest right over your car. Setting up this tent is fair as easy as a normal tent, taking around 10 minutes, agreeing to the producers. Did you know that 68% of European campsites are found in provincial ranges? Numerous individuals cherish the interesting climate and need to encounter it with their companions. But what in the event that they do not have their claimed tent? Well, Coleman, the eminent American camping brand, incorporates an incredible arrangement. They offer interconnection tents that can accommodate 3 or 6 individuals. For occurrence, you'll be able to easily connect 3 littler tents to a 6-person tent. With various alternatives available, you'll be able to discover the Culminate setup. These tents have experienced thorough testing to resist winds surpassing 15 meters per second. Furthermore, they highlight climate tech floors that keep water out, and they moreover come with a rain shade. By the way, the tent industry is very profitable, with the camping tent advertised evaluated at $2.4 billion. In terms of specialty profit, the makers of these tent stakes have hit the big stake. A set of 4 stakes is estimated at $25. The mystery lies within the driven lighting highlight, advertising numerous modes and up to a full day of operation with Ferris single AAA battery. Moreover, these stakes are water safe with an IPX6 rating, making them able of withstanding overwhelming showers. The stakes are 23 centimeters long and weigh 36 g without batteries. They're made employing a 6000 arrangement aluminum amalgam commonly found in car windows and entryways. When remaining in a frigid staying, you'll ought to keep warm, and that's where this wood stove comes in helpful. It can be utilized exterior that igloo or interior a customary tent. The stove highlights a separable chimney, extensible racks, a kindling rack, and indeed a broiler and grill mode. There are 2 models accessible, with the littler one weighing around 6.5 kilograms. It comes with a built-in starter and a thermometer. Once dismantled, the broiler helpfully fits into a compact sack. For those looking to promote their open-air cooking encounter, this wood stove is estimated at $1,900. Here's an advancement from Germany. A tent outlined particularly for sub-sheets. This can be the world's to begin with arrangement that can fit nearly any board, extending from 3.5 to 4.3 m in length. The standout include of this show is the inflatable components that permit for simple establishment in fair 2 minutes. Once expanded, the tent can be cleared out on the water, pulled aground, or indeed lifted onto the roof of a car. On the off chance that you lean toward not to utilize it with a board, the tent is still useful on its possess. In any case, it's worth noticing that the tent weighs 5 kilograms and costs $670, which is higher than the cost of numerous sheets. Proceeding with the inflatable subject, we have another inflatable tent. Unfurl it, pump it, and see it rise in fair a handful of minutes. In any case, the cost for this tent feels lovely expanded, as well, at $1,300. The XL adaptation is planned for 3 individuals. It's reasonable indeed for winter camping and weighs around 5 kilograms. It highlights 5 focuses of ventilation in expansion to the entrance. The plan is carefully created to avoid snow amassing on the beat. When collapsed, the tent helpfully fits into a 30L rucksack. The inflatable outline is built with a multi-chamber framework for simple repair. Whereas browsing tents in a store, do not be shocked in case you're inquired almost the number of floors in expansion to the estimate and weight. That's since an amazing 2-story tent outlined for 3 to 4 individuals has been propelled on Kickstarter. Agreeing to the producers, This tent can withstand up to 300 kilograms and handle winds of up to 19 meters per second. It can be set up in fair 10 to 20 minutes, not as it were on the ground, but 2 on 1 or 2 of surfboards, making the makers of the sub-tent jealous. In any case, it's important to note that this 2-story ponder isn't lightweight and reaches around 45 kilograms when amassed. Furthermore, it comes with a better cost tag at $690. All through history, mankind has concocted different sorts of scoops. From base scoops to torrential slide scoops, the one on the screen inclines more towards the last mentioned, advertising an arrangement for winter enterprises with numerous highlights. Firstly, its portion of the tent outline. Furthermore, it incorporates an inserted crisis reference point. Thirdly, its edge is outlined for breaking ice. Also, it comes with an adaptive test measuring 2.4 m and a set of latches. The going with tent is additionally worth specifying. It weighs as it were 720 g and unfurls inside seconds, making it perfect for sudden climate changes. But what around bears? Can the past tent insure you against them? Likely not. But do not stress, since this Canadian innovation has got you secured. For a fair $241, you get an electric fence particularly outlined for camping. This form is comparative to the ones utilized by agriculturists and beekeepers, but it's more compact and lightweight. It can cover a range of up to 12 x 12 m. Controlling the fence is simple because it can be associated to a 12-volt battery utilizing crocodile clips to a USB control supply or utilized with 8 AW batteries that'll final for 43 hours. This show is rainproof and the common weight of a set begins at as it were 1.3 kilograms. As a reward, you'll receive a voltage analyzer for complimentary. When was the final time you came over a tent with different kitchen choices? The tent you see on the screen offers so numerous highlights that the vendor had to form a web configurator similar to what you'd discover for flats. The size is additionally noteworthy, beginning at 18 square m, which implies that you'll require an extraordinary trailer to transport it. In any case, it can comfortably suit up to 6 individuals with isolated rooms, a roomy living room, and a cozy microclimate interior. You'll customize the tent with lighting, carpeting, bicycle racks, and more agreeing to your inclinations. For $140, you'll get a pack that incorporates a plastic outline, nylon work, and a garden-like sprinkler. Pondering why you'd require it? Well, it's basic. You collect the outline, extend the work over it, put the sprinkler on best, and inside 10 to 15 hours, you'll unwind in your exceptionally claim igloo. It includes a measure of 3.4 x 2.7 x 1.6 m. On the off chance that that's not sufficient, there are packs accessible for building a privateer transport or even a castle. The water consumption for the method is approximately 00 L. Interestingly, the producer has as of now connected for an obvious since it's the primary self-building igloo within the world. Talking of stove cooking, it's a savvy thought to have a carbon monoxide finder interior your tent. This one is Bluetooth consistent, conjointly measures temperature and stickiness. On the off chance that any of the evaluations drop underneath typical, it'll expeditiously alarm you with its built-in 105 dB alert, which is as uproarious as a symphony or thunder claps. The locator can work for up to 100 hours on a single charge. It weighs fair 82 g, so it's simple to carry, indeed on climbs. It's a flexible gadget reasonable for different settings, from a fisherman's take to a rack in an engine domestic. In the event that separated from having an inflatable tent, you're trying to find an inflatable pad, a discussed sleeping pad, or other things that require pumping, you ought to take a see at this gadget. It offers a brake from manual expansion, giving a weight of up to 4.2 kilopascals. With a single charge, it can expand up to 7 sleeping cushions or 10 pads. The pump comes with 5 connectors and can moreover work as an electric lamp and assist you make a fire. You won't indeed have got to make space in your backpack for it, as the compact gadget weighs just 5 g and you'll effectively hang it on your rucksack. The price is additionally reasonable at $39. This camping bed has raised over $160,000 on Kickstarter, and it's no ponder why. It offers comfortable rest nearly any place. The cover gives warmth in temperatures as low as -1 degrees C, whereas the pad and base self-inflate for comfort. The sleeping pad is made of memory froth. The thought behind this plan is to assist apprentices alter to overnight remains in an unused setting, making them feel like they're sleeping on a bed instead of the ground. The measurements are 183 x 63.5 or 189 by 76 centimeters, and the cost begins at $500. Here's a fun truth from Japanese researchers. Mosquitoes discover individuals who have expended brew more alluring. Whereas the reasons are still being examined, it's vital to discover ways to secure yourself from creepy crawlies. The makers of this repellent have come up with an intelligent arrangement. They utilized warm orange light as mosquitoes are anxious of it. This gadget two capacities as a light, a spotlight, and a warming cushion. Other than, it can indeed energize your smartphone with the beat form having sufficient capacity to charge an iPhone 13 4 times. In electric lamp mode, it can work for around 75 hours. The cost is additionally engaging as early feathered creatures were able to pre-order it on Kickstarter for $39. One hailed as progressive and another one that interfaces to your car. Let's compare their preferences. The primary one is culminate for the cruel British summer. With the moment choice, your car's insides viably become an extra room. The primary tent is compact and can be set up in minutes, making it perfect for 2 individuals. The moment tent highlights numerous expansive shades, permitting you to enjoy a grill or play cards indeed within the rain. In case the tent for the car reminded you of the carport tent, you speculated it right. It's outlined by the same group. In the meantime, the Moment show was created by the British open-air items company Go Outside.